In today's video, we're going to be talking about what happens if Jason never meets Lucia, or Lucia never meets Jason. And I know what you're saying right now, how is that possible? The way we've seen the very first trailer, it seems like they're going to be a tag team Bonnie and Clyde duo. Everything we've heard, and everything we've also seen in the leaks suggests that they are going to be sharing the role of the main protagonist. But would you believe it that Rockstar Games has thought of everything, and it almost seems like these characters may not necessarily know each other in the very beginning of the game, or at least might not be together at the same time, because there is actual code that was found in the leaks that suggests you can complete missions if you don't meet either Jason and Lucia. We're going to be talking about all that in this video today and a whole lot more. And a couple of days ago, someone was kind of asking the same question, saying there's been some speculation over WYMSC could stand for, but nothing conclusive as of yet. For all we know, it could be more relating to a side character that Jason can meet or not meet at some point during the story. Regardless, I still believe they meet for the first time at some point during the early part of the game. With Insider Tez Funds 2 saying the thing is, if we complete missions early on as one character without meeting the other, and that applies to later chapters, then you may meet Lucia or Jason and still be able to trigger the never met Jason variant if you approach the world event as Lucia without Jason being around. And this is honestly one of the coolest things that you were able to do in both GTA 5, but more specifically Red Dead Redemption 2. And what I mean by that is there was so many side characters, strangers, and freaks that you could interact with. If you didn't run into them as Arthur, but did them as John, you would get a completely different outcome. Or if you started as Arthur and then finished it as John, you would also get a completely different outcome. Different dialogues, different way the world had progressed over the last 8 or 9 years. And I wonder if things will be similar with Jason and Lucia. Missions will be different if you tackle them as Jason. They'll be different if you tackle them as Lucia. They might be different or completely altered if you don't meet Jason or don't meet Lucia. There's so many different varieties here, and honestly, that's what I think we're looking at. And to a degree, I also remember being able to do this in Grand Theft Auto 5, although it was a little bit different because some strangers and freaks could only be found by certain people. But I do know that some missions would have different cutscenes depending on if you started them as either Franklin or Michael or Trevor. And so I'm really excited to see the way that that's going to play out in GTA 6, because at least from what we've seen so far in the only official stuff that Rockstar has given us, the trailer and the artwork, they do give off the vibe that Jason and Lucia are going to be together from the very beginning. Although, you could say the same thing about GTA 5. There was no indication that Trevor would really only appear towards the second half of the game, and there was also no indication that you would start as Franklin. So they kind of just threw all three characters at us there, but at the end of the day, we really started as Franklin, transitioned to Michael, and then moved on to Trevor, and then of course, all three. And from what they've shown us so far, it seems like Jason and Lucia are going to be this Bonnie and Clyde tag teaming duo, but we obviously don't know the full story there, and there might be a little bit of background that keeps them separate. I mean, just looking at the trailer, we know that Lucia is in jail at some point in time, and it obviously doesn't look like Jason is in jail with her, so there's going to be some sort of separation, and we obviously know from the artwork, she's got an ankle monitor on her. So maybe there's some sort of separation there, or some period of time where Jason goes on doing X, Y, and Z, ABC missions without Lucia. So there's a big chance that these characters might not necessarily be together for at least a significant portion of the story, and how this could impact side events, quests, and missions, we don't know, but it certainly looks like it's possible. Now, on a similar but slightly separate topic, sort of talking about the tag team duo of Jason and Lucia, the subject would be how the companion system is going to work. So Insider Tez Funds 2 said this: since we would spend a significant amount of time riding with Jason or Lucia, our companion, throughout the story, we can expect Rockstar to polish up the companion system to tackle, if not all, edge cases. With such a system, Rockstar could allow us to hire bodyguards or perhaps let us ride with our second character as a companion. And I feel like Insider Tez Funds 2 is talking about GTA Online 2.0 here, or Grand Theft Auto 6's multiplayer, and that could also be a massive part of it. Because right now, the secondary character in Grand Theft Auto Online really doesn't serve any purpose. I know that my main character is a dude, my secondary character is a girl, on like the off chance there is something exclusive the female gets, like clothing or haircuts, etc. But for the most part, don't really use the secondary character at all, but if Rockstar would allow us to implement that with our main character as sort of like a bodyguard, that would also allow you to give them more experience and possibly even some currency money as well. That could be a huge system and a big change from GTA 5's multiplayer. And sort of since we're on the subject of multiplayer, let's go ahead and finish up with this, talking about how some of the things in GTA Online are going to work. Insider Tez Funds 2 said this: Rockstar changed the back end of website ordering with the Wheeler, Rawson and Company catalog in Red Dead Redemption 2 that's managed server-side and updated monthly. Well, used to be weekly. So you can expect in-game sites for GTA Online 2 to have their own catalogs or their own sections with a server-side catalog. The featured tab that highlights new additions can be updated weekly, unlike how it's updated with new DLCs nowadays, which would be an alternative to removing vehicles from websites. Thus, there are more ways to streamline the shopping experience. Long story short, the way you're going to buy cars, clothing, guns, ammo, vehicles, properties, it's all going to be so much better in Grand Theft Auto 6's multiplayer than it is currently right now in GTA Online. We've seen the improvements in Red Dead Redemption 2 and in Red Dead Online, and even if you don't play that game or play that multiplayer world, there are so many improvements and upgrades that are going to transition to GTA 6. Because right now, the way Rockstar has to do things is a little bit barbaric. They have to wait for new DLCs to be able to update a vehicle catalog. They have to remove vehicles from the website in order to streamline the experience. Now that's going to just be different all the way around. It's going to be a much more modern shopping experience, and honestly, it should be, because remember, GTA Online's code was built for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. That feels like I'm talking to a dinosaur. That's how long ago that was. This is going to be built for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. Probably more so the Xbox Series X. That is going to start to be awkward when at some point in time, Rockstar probably stops giving features to the Series S and then only gives them to the PlayStation 5 Pro and Series X. That'll be a little bit awkward, but that is a bridge to cross for another time. But long story short, the multiplayer is going to have some amazing upgrades from what we currently have, and we don't have to look very far for what a lot of those upgrades will be. We just have to go play Red Dead Redemption 2 for a little bit. But anyways, that is all the information I have got for you guys in this video today. Going back to our main question, do you think Jason and Lucia will be together from the beginning? Or do you think they're going to meet at some point during the story? And do you believe we're going to be able to do things without one character or the other for some point of time during the story? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.